my gang, gang. I make a splash, okay? Fill up a stash, okay? I'm in my bag.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. And they will not get a chance to... Return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Caught left side, Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On 1st and 10, Locke. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Locke. And he finds Daniels. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Luck. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Locke. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They go play action here on 1st down. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14, down 2 to 14. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Newton on third down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Newton. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off of play action, Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They give him a gain of 38. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there, taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And now
this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, 37 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And his kick is right through. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing is Love. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
From the 50, Newton. He hits more on the screen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Newton to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
That's right now. Do some.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And now running right through it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Damian Williams, 72 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Newton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey! 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And Olsen over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Do something.
On 2nd and 10, Newton finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to air one out. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCoy. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Newton. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Newton, and he'll be brought down by the Colts. Mike Daniels breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Gun, gun. Hey! Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hey, hey! Keep it up, keep it up. Hey, hey!
3rd and long, it's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Strong right.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now Love. Ebron caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Luck. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On first down, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go play action here on first down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Throwing again is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. And he gets it to Funches complete. Now the ball comes loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that you come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now the backup Savage. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Gun, Savage. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Savage. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Four down, check. Watch him now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Get him. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now it's Savage. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Price now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ohio!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Watch it now, Barney!
A 1st down throw coming. Savage. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. K.J. Wright in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Savage now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. He gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now Savage. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now Collins. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Back to throw, Savage. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now Price on 1st and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Deshaun Hall in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Here's a toss coming right. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.